Hello everybody, my name's Liesel and yes, this is a short little introductory video to my allotment and my YouTube channel that I've decided to call Allotment Garden Happiness. It's come about because we live in a converted barn, and as with most older properties, the emphasis wasn't on outside space. So I have got two about 2.5 metre by 1.2 metre raised beds outside in my courtyard, and that is all of the space I had for vegetable gardening. Now, after nearly 5 years, I was getting increasingly frustrated with the lack of space and the lack of being able to grow enough peas, for instance. I only ever had space for about 10 or 12 pea plants, and as you would know, from 10 or 12 pea plants you'd hardly even get enough for a full meal for 4 people. So yeah, increasingly frustrated with my lack of space. We looked to move to get a bigger garden, and in the end we decided actually we like this house so much that we don't want to give it up, and the lack of garden could be solved by an allotment. So therefore, this sort of time last year, no, I lie, April time last year, I went and looked at some allotment sites nearby, in the next village in fact, in Worcestershire, and yes, I was always led to believe that allotment sites have waiting lists, and this allotment site had 3 available slots or plots that I could take. So I had my pick and I chose plot number 5. It is a very large plot. I think we've worked out it's about 1/4 acre. I haven't officially measured it, but I've paced it out, and it's about 160 meters by, I think 6 or 7 meters, but I can confirm that in a future video. So so that's the size of my plot. It hadn't been worked on for at least 2.5–3 years before me. The previous guy was evicted. When I took it on in April, the weeds were about 1.5 foot high, and they very quickly grew to about 5 or 6 foot high in some places. It was an uphill struggle last year. I didn't have the right equipment, I didn't have any machinery, I didn't... It was just a nightmare. I tried to do as much as I could. I dug over a good portion of plot by hand and removed all the weeds. I managed to have some strawberries and onions, French beans, sweet corn, sunflowers, few courgette plants, a couple of cabbages. So I did what I could last year, and in the meantime, over the winter, we have done a shed base. I've bought water containers. Our plot doesn't have water, so we have to catch our own. And I've gradually been getting better at doing things. The plot is still in a bit of a state, but big plans are afoot for this year. So I hope you'll join me in the journey. I've put together a little compilation collage of photos of my progress last year. So I will be showing you those straight after this, and then, you know, I hope you join me in the journey and I can show you how I get on plot number 5 in Worcestershire, and hopefully I can ask for advice and you guys would help me, because there's a lot of things that still confuse me, and I will be learning as I go. So that's it for me for now, and we'll get to know each other as we go along. So enjoy the photographs. I'll put some annotations with them as to what they were and when they were, and I will see you in the next video.